Hello, Virgo, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. I certainly hope that you're enjoying your birthday period here. And what I like to do is to go on and just get you started with your fertility reading. And this reading is valid until the end of this month here. What I've decided to do is to go on and just utilize two various divination systems here. Not only the tarot, okay. I wanted to use the tarot along with the Lenormand's deck and just to see what types of information that comes out here because this reading is basically is to address your issue if many of you have been struggling to kind of conceive here, and this is not only for you females, this also applies to you gentlemen, for those of you who also wish to start a family here. Okay, I like to first also welcome any new viewers to my channel. I certainly appreciate your subscription. Okay, and for those of you who have yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay? So basically, we're going to just do a fertility type reading, and I'm going to address a variety of issues here. And if, you know, if it resonates to you guys, be sure to like and share and subscribe if any of you has yet to subscribe. Okay? So I'm going to start off by just making a few observations about these tarot cards here, and I'm using the African American tarot deck today here. And just by looking at the predominance of your suit here, you certainly have a predominance of court cards there. So that suggests that a lot of people seem to be involved in your situation, and there's a lot of social activity that I'm seeing so that's going to be coming towards you. I'm also getting a strong sense that there seems to be a lot of conflict that's also connected with your problem, and a lot of you might even be doing a bit daydreaming a lot, hoping to have a successful resolution to whatever problems that you've been kind of facing here. Okay, so let's start off with just looking at your first card here. We have the Eight of Swords, and with that card I like to answer the question or address the issue is would be, you know, are you both fit and well, or is there more that you could do to really improve your lifestyle with this? So, with having that Eight of Sword card there, by the way, that card is connected with air signs, okay, and Jupiter is in Gemini. So, this card here kind of says that the answer is a resounding no here. There is, in fact, one or both of you isn't physically fit or well. I'm kind of getting. And this card really gives a sense of kind of, you're being trapped or powerless when it comes to your situation. But you have to realize, ladies and gentlemen, that this is certainly only temporary because many of you, I feel, are about to kind of make an important decision. And it seems that because of your current struggles, many of you may have even been a bit depressed or just really just feeling that your options, have been limited, and perhaps you might even consider, you know, kind of stealing your mind to kind of get over this feeling that nothing is ever going to materialize the way that you would want. You might want to consider doing yoga or doing meditation sessions and really trust the advice that you receive here. So those are some things that you can really do to improve your lifestyle here. And I'm kind of getting that some of you may have had a previous accident, I'm kind of getting, or some type of problem that may have interfered or might be causing or might be really the reason why you're not able to get pregnant here, or you're just struggling here. Okay, and I'm feeling that also some of you possibly could have been dealing with a medical issue, you know, that's really seems that might have been hard to diagnose. And because of it, I'm feeling that you may have, felt a sense of entrapment in a relationship too, and also fearful about really letting it go. So I'm feeling that the key here is kind of suggesting to you that you kind of need to try to view your situation in a new way and, really with new eyes. And it's asking you to try to take more responsibility and think your situation through a bit more, I'm kind of getting, you know? And I'm feeling that there is certainly still other options available. If you just simply remove if you just remove these blindfolds that you're seeing there with that, that symbolism that's on that card here, because I feel that you are in fact blocking your progress due to your need to kind of sabotage yourself. So this card is kind of telling you to stop it, and understand that the number 8 brings about balance. It brings about success, power, and as well as mental power because it's connected with the swords. It gives you the ability to really think, to act, So in any event, ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling that you're going to have to kind of, really, it looks like maybe change your dietary regime and maybe restrict, perhaps, you know, perhaps doing certain things that I'm kind of getting there. Okay? Because I feel that you are perhaps too hemmed in. And this card is kind of asking you not to kind of give up hope. You know, try to reprioritize your lifestyle and, what you're really valuing. Okay? And this card is kind of telling you to stop undoing yourself and be willing to do what's really needed. You know? Surrender to rigid thinking, ladies and gentlemen, and stop worrying about, really other people's problems and really have faith and be patient with one another. Be patient, ladies and gentlemen, with the process. Okay? Because some of you may have been, kind of suffering from some type of debilitating type of health challenge. Okay? So let's move right along to your next card here and examine the question as to whether, do emotional issues around having a baby perhaps need resolving here? We have the Knave of Swords there. So that card gives a resounding yes, I'm kind of getting here, because I feel that the two of you really need to learn to kind of listen to one another, perhaps, and maybe, ladies and gentlemen, even learn, I'm kind of getting from other mistakes here and try to, stop being too overreactive, I'm getting, or critical to one another. Because I'm feeling that maybe one of you, just maybe one of you, might be a bit more committed to having a child than the other. And this should also be discussed here, okay? So I feel that you should continue to carefully kind of watch what's really going on because someone I feel might be a bit mature, I'm kind of getting. And might even, in fact, might be even spreading gossip about you. So try to be a bit more honest and again, stop, really arguing that I'm kind of getting here. Okay? So let's look at your next card. Should you try extra alternative methods here? Okay, I pulled several cards here. So we have the Knave of Wands, the Nine of Swords, as well as the Page of Pentacles there. So I kind of see you having success doing so, you know. But I feel that for many of you, I think that your monetary situation, or in fact the lack thereof, you know, might cause some havoc here, as well as your fear here. I'm kind of getting. All right. So let's look at your next question. Is it now the time to kind of seek advice, or should you wait a few more months before you're, kind of seeking advice here? We have the Four of Chalices there. Now with that card, that's a very neutral type card here. Okay? So this card is kind of urging you not to really allow your boredom to cause you to miss out on other options that might be available to you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Or just to simply miss out on other options due to maybe past failures and hurts. Okay? So it certainly shows here that other opportunities are, in fact, are going to come at you, but you have to notice them and be aware of and be ready to kind of move forward with them. Okay? Let's look at your next question here. Okay? Are you or should you be enjoying life more as a couple or spontaneous lovemaking or, enjoying holidays together, or just, just having a fun outing. Okay, we have the knave of chalices there. Okay, and of course, that answer is certainly a resounding yes, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I feel that an invitation might even arrive soon for many of you. Okay, and it seems that great passion is ahead. So try not to give more than your partner. Try to be equal. Don't allow your love to be unrequited. Okay, because it's time for you to kind of unleash your inner child here and really, really loosen up. And I'm kind of getting that it's really time for many of you to have fun. Okay. So let's look at your next card here. We have the Five of Chalices. So with this card, the question that we like to address here is it just a matter of time before you can see? Okay? I feel that with having that Five of Chalices there, I feel that some of you might not have conceived successfully the first time, or you might not even conceive successfully on your first round of treatment, and I feel that you might even be sad as a result. But you have to understand all is not lost with this Five of Chalices here, you know? I feel that, a prominent doctor will help you here because we have what sits right next to that King of Wands there. So it looks like a prominent doctor, a man, a business type man, professional, is going to help you, and they're going to offer you alternatives here, you know? And you're going to feel very fortunate that I'm kind of getting, okay? And worries that you've been, the worries, all of your worries are going to, in fact, be solved, okay? And then with this last tarot card here, the question we like to address, or I will be addressing here, is that, should or can you arrange more time so that you're always, together? This is couple wise at peak ovulation, or do you trust, nature really to kind of, take its course with you? Okay? And you have that King of Wands there. So what is the King of Wands? It's all about that passion, that fiery passion. So this is, yes, you should try to, be together when you are, kind of having those peak moments here. Okay. So now let's get more information here by just examining your Lenormand's cards here. So I wanted to just give you a bit more information and to make this more elaborate, since it is your birthday. Okay. So we're going to address again, look at the first question just to look at, in fact, is one of you infertile here? Okay, we have for the bottom cards we have the cross and we have the lily here. So when you see the cross there, the cross is all about troubles and hardships and various challenges of all sorts, being filled with worry, you know. And then you have that lily there. Okay, with that lily, that's all about maturity, and it's all about a sense of feeling that the whole process really is worthless, to really continue treatment. So I'm kind of getting here that, maybe some of you are a bit older, you're trying to conceive at an older age here, and you've just been having, really a lot of challenges that I'm kind of getting. Okay? So let's go on and just move more into, just looking to see what's, really in your reading here. Because what I'm showing here is that you do have a very positive reading. Okay, we have the rider. Okay, we have the sun. Okay, we have the stork. All right, we have the tower as well as the house for this particular, to address this particular question. And I'm going to make a few general observations with those cards, and we're going to move on here. Because really, I'm seeing success and victory, good news. I'm feeling that a solution is going to be, brought about. It's going to be brought about by changes. I'm seeing a significant progress that seems to be coming up for you guys here. I'm also seeing something connected with a housing agency, or either it could possibly be in high rise or something. I'm seeing something connected with a move that may crop up, as well as, in fact, a birth announcement that you guys are kind of hoping to kind of materialize. Okay? I'm seeing something connected with someone might even be working with the government, you know? I'm seeing a visitor that might even kind of come in unexpectedly to you guys here. And I'm seeing it looks like that some of you may even have gotten a promotion, or I'm seeing a potential promotion, you know, that may have put you in more in a leadership position, you know. Possibly some of you might even be working at a new branch. I'm also seeing something connected with an adoption agency too. So this is also favorable as well. You know, if you're not conceiving, for those of you who are trying to adopt, I also see that being a strong, possibility as well here. Okay. So let's get more so into the individual cards so I can kind of tell you what they mean, and then I'm going to give you a more consolidated story. Okay, we have the rider. Okay, so with the rider, that card is connected with Mercury. And this card is all about a wish fulfillment, ladies and gentlemen. And it's all about news and unexpected arrivals as well as feedback. Okay, next here we have the sun. With the sun, okay, that's the sun, of course, it governs itself. And it's all about success and your worries kind of, you know, vanishing. And it's all about joy and happiness. And it certainly really gives a positive answer to something that you really want to kind of occur here. And what it seems to be is that you want to conceive, or some of you might even want to adopt. Okay, what sits next there, we have the stork. Okay, so with the stork, that's connected with both Jupiter and Uranus. Okay, so this card brings about movement, change, pregnancy, promotion, even it could possibly be a relocation, but you can best rest assured that an improvement of some sort is about to happen here. Okay, and then we have the tower. With the tower, that card is connected with Saturn, and that is all about the past. It's all about security, and even a hospital or just an official building. Could be even possibly a clinic. Okay, and then we have the house there. Okay, so with having the house, that's all about stability. It's all about domestic affairs, property, and family, and happiness of all sorts here. So what I'm saying here is that, success and good news is certainly coming, but I feel that many of you might find yourself, again, just to further emphasize this, overindulging in things or kind of simply daydreaming a bit too much. But I feel that you are certainly near the end of your struggles here. And many of you are about, are, like I said, might be even a bit weary about, this aspect. And, you might lack the ambition that I'm feeling that many of you may have, that you used to have here. Okay? So it certainly shows here was just combining those cards here just to give you a more consolidated story here is that, good news is definitely on the way. And I feel and very auspicious turn of events is to be expected here. Even I'm seeing a possibility of some of you conceiving twins, you know? And I feel that some of you might even discover that this is going to happen within a month type period, within 4 weeks, I'm kind of getting, if you haven't already. I feel that you're going to receive feedback and you're going to discover, in fact, that you were pregnant, or you're going to discover, for those of you who wish to adopt, that your paperwork may have gone through. And this will kind of make you very happy. So much so, ladies and gentlemen, that I see you even renovating or even fixing up a room for this new addition to your family. And you'll certainly feel that you reached a milestone, ladies and gentlemen, but try not to overexert yourself too much. All right? So let's look and see then what your pretty much your entire reading is kind of saying, what you can expect in terms of. I just want to go back and just examine, the things that transpired for you guys, in the past, and what might you can expect to occur, really, that's kind of coming up for you in the future here. Okay, so to do that, we're going to look at These cards here, we're going to start off with um, these the moon card and on down to the child at the end. All right. So I'm also seeing too, just to make a few general observations here. I'm seeing some type of a secret romance, or some of you might even be studying something metaphysical in some sense. I'm kind of getting, and it looks like I'm seeing some type of a secret from the past, or even a stressful trip that may have occurred, or even a broken type car, or I'm feeling something of you're traveling in a group of some sort, perhaps to a birthday gathering or a party that I'm kind of getting. Okay, so let's start off with the moon here. With that moon there, this card is all about our feelings and our emotions, and of course, the moon governs itself, and it's all about dreams, mood swings, and really positive results. Okay. Next here we have the book, and with the book that's connected with Saturn and Mercury. This card is all about the unknown. It's all about a surprise or a secret, or really a need to really examine a situation a bit further. Okay? We have the mice there that sits next, and that's connected with both Saturn and Uranus. And this card brings about a lot of worries, a lot of anxieties, a lot of sadness, you know, even sickness, tends to crop up with this card. Okay? And then we have the ship. And with having the ship there, that card is all about movement, change. And it's connected with Jupiter. It's all about relocating. Okay? Next, we have the garden. And with the garden, that card is connected with Venus. That card is all about, the public and social events and various retreats and romantic interludes as well as parties. Okay? So I'm going to just combine these cards because we have here the child, and that's your significator. That's the child that we're kind of using here. I'm just going to give you a story here so that you understand a bit better. Okay? So with the moon here, it certainly shows that you've been really trying to really keep the faith regarding, your chances of conceiving or adoption, but this situation may have caused you to be a bit hormonal, and many of you have been, I feel, researching fertility issues, or even taking courses to kind of figure out your problem, or even I feel you may have taken a series of tests to discover your problem, and I feel, this hasn't already happened, that your doctor, may have changed your diet and maybe encourage many of you to take more vitamins due to maybe a deficiency that was discovered, you know, or perhaps one that may have gone unnoticed, I'm getting. And many of you have been kind of wondering or even hoping that you are even able to kind of carry successfully. And perhaps, have a delivery with minimum to no complications. I feel that some of you might have even spoken to others, who are expecting a child, just to get their take, on your situation here. Okay? So let's move right along and kind of look to see what your future, or what your future potential, really is going to bring to you. And you have very, nice cards here too. And understand that, again, with the moon card here, it certainly shows how optimistic you are about your chances and, conceiving or adopting here. But rest assured that all of these cards are stored, with you being in the hospital. All of that stuff confirms the fact that you are going to, in fact, conceive, and you're going to be receiving feedback very soon here. Okay? So let's go on and look at your future cards here. We have the birds, okay? So with the birds, this card is connected with Mercury, and it's certainly all about communication of all sorts, and phone calls, all right? And then we have the Sept, okay? And that's connected with Mars, okay? That's all about a shock or an accident, or even, in fact, an incision, okay? And then we have, last but not least, we have, you know, the heart card, and that's connected with Venus. And that's all about love and passion. So I feel that with these cards, it seems that you're gonna have to have you you know following in vitro type free treatment. I feel that you're gonna be able to kind of you know have this child, but some of you might even have to have a C-section, only because due to this card here to sit here, because it shows some type of incision that might need to happen, you know, or that I'm kind of feeling here. But I'm kind of feeling here again that it looks like that this is not, your, for some of you, it's not your first child here. I feel that you're older here, but I feel that you're going to be very content with with the results, and you're going to feel that you've reached a milestone, ladies and gentlemen. And I feel that you're going to be caring, so much for this child. Okay? So, in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to just share a few things and actually, I'm going to go on and just, shuffle these cards here. Okay? And just to tell you a few things, ladies and gentlemen, that you might want to consider, surrendering, during this process here. Okay? Let's see here what we have. All right. Surrender to joy, ladies and gentlemen. That's very important. Understand that a key to positive change in your life is to kind of let joy in and really try to savor it. Get rid of your fear. Try to indulge in random acts of smiling, because doing both the hard and easy times, try to keep surrendering with joy, and stop letting, things get you so stressed out. And surrender during this period to your full power. You see, as courageous as this lion is on its picture here, understand that your life is definitely calling for you to kind of step into your full power rather than really constantly playing it small. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, surrender to wonder and awe. Okay? Try to open to the magic of every moment and really sense the awe and wonder in all of life. Okay? Understand that this attitude will certainly keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Okay? Thanks a lot for your time, ladies and gentlemen. I certainly uh, would like to hear your comments. If you'd like to have a more personal reading, you can contact me at will.brown at watconsultinginc.net. And be sure to like and share and subscribe. Okay? And continue to enjoy your birthday. Have a nice day. Thanks a lot.